2026, the world is witnessing a rapidly growing geopolitical crisis that could reshape global security. International attention is now focused on one of the most strategically important regions on the planet. The Middle East has once again become the center of global political and military attention. Iran has emerged as one of the central players in this rapidly developing crisis. The situation is especially tense in the waters of the Persian Gulf. At the center of the crisis lies a narrow maritime passage known as the Strait of Hormuz. Nearly 20% of the world's oil supply passes through this critical shipping route. For many of the world's largest economies, energy supplies depend heavily on the stability of this region. In response to the growing tension, the United States has begun coordinating with its international partners. The United States has called on its NATO allies to help secure vital international shipping routes. However, several European nations have shown hesitation about joining a potential military operation in the region. Leaders across Europe are debating the risks of escalating tensions in an already unstable region. Key allies in the Asia-Pacific region are also carefully monitoring the situation. Japan relies heavily on energy shipments traveling through the Strait of Hormuz. India, another major energy importer, also depends on the stability of this crucial sea route. For China, uninterrupted oil supply from the Middle East remains a key strategic priority. Any disruption in this region could send shockwaves through global energy markets. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth. Security analysts warn that global geopolitical tensions are rising simultaneously in several regions. The Middle East now stands at a strategic crossroads that could influence global stability. In response to escalating tensions, naval forces have increased their monitoring across the Persian Gulf. Global powers are engaging in diplomatic coordination to manage the crisis. The United Nations and international institutions are closely observing developments. Financial markets remain sensitive to any disruption in energy supplies. The global oil supply chain depends heavily on uninterrupted maritime transport. Regional stability remains a key factor in preventing further escalation. Diplomatic efforts are intensifying behind the scenes to avoid a wider conflict. Security agencies worldwide are closely monitoring military movements in real time. The coming weeks will determine whether tensions decrease or continue to rise. History may remember this period as a turning point in global geopolitics, where diplomacy will decide the future. Global energy experts are issuing warnings about potential instability in international oil supplies. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the most strategically sensitive maritime routes in the world. Millions of barrels of oil travel daily through this critical international corridor. Military presence in the surrounding waters has increased as tensions continue to rise. International diplomatic pressure is growing to prevent further escalation. Financial stability across multiple regions could be affected by prolonged uncertainty. Many energy-importing nations are closely monitoring developments in the Middle East. Despite tensions, cooperation and dialogue remain active between global partners. The region now stands in a delicate balance between confrontation and diplomacy. This moment could define the future direction of international relations. Global risk assessments show that the Middle East remains the most closely watched region. Energy security remains directly linked to the stability of this strategic waterway. Maritime security operations continue across key shipping lanes. International dialogue is ongoing as leaders seek peaceful solutions. The modern global economy is deeply interconnected through maritime trade routes. Regional stability will determine whether tensions escalate or gradually decrease.